Hey there. Let's see if I can get to the correct window. Hey there. It's lunchtime again. Welcome, welcome. I am hopeful that everyone is well, and thank you for joining me once again. I am the social work expat. My name is Julie. I am on a little side quest, teaching myself how to do the beginning stages of prompt engineering using ChatGPT. I chose ChatGPT because it is a free resource, and as a social worker, I believe in free resources. If it is free, it is for me. I used to be a social worker. Right now, I am on my lunch from my remote job. I am an executive assistant at an educational consulting company. And this week, I am going to focus on using ChatGPT for work related tasks. ChatGPT can save a lot of time with work related administrative support tasks and other tasks as well, but I thought I would focus on something that might be useful for people who are working since I'm working. I am looking for my instructions because I emailed myself something. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know how other people do it where they're talking and they are doing something with their hands at the same time. I'm not good at that. I would love to be able to do that, but I'm not good at that. Okay, still looking for the agenda topics. Like I said in the first set of live streams during my lunch, if I am able to learn how to do prompt engineering and get these live streams right, anybody can learn. And there is someone out there who is similar to me, or maybe just like me, who was the sole caregiver parent for children and is looking for a way to make more money than they were able to make in their current profession. My profession was social work, educated, got a master's degree in social work and practiced social work for years. Um, was not able to support my family with that amount of money. So I had to move to another industry. I very wholeheartedly believe in social work's principles and feel like I became a better person because of it, but it doesn't pay enough. And if anyone has been here previously and we looked at, hold on, I'm just trying to find this. Okay. Anyone who was here previously who saw how much prompt engineers make, it is a significant amount of money. The one job that we were able to pull up during one of my other live streams was looking for someone with 3 months of prompt engineering experience that would include personal prompt engineering projects, and they were offering upwards of $400,000 per year for that position. Okay, I am still looking. List, okay. List. Hmm. Let me try it this way. Instead of writing agenda, I'm looking through my emails. Let's try this. Nope. Nope. Hmm. There was no attachment. Okay. Well, like I said before, if I'm able to get this together, anybody can. And I'm still looking. Hmm. Client list, bulleted list. No, I'm going to have to cheat and go into my email for work. So that's why I'm looking over to the side. Oh, this is why I never sent it to myself. What fun. Let's see if I can find it. I have provided administrative support for many years. I have also been a program manager for a multi-million dollar government grant. So you would think that I would have organizational skills, but not memory skills. Talking points. Agenda. Let's look up agenda. Business strategy. Was this day? Let's see. Talking points. Okay, so this was on the 27th. I found it. Now I'm going to email it to myself so that I have something to work on. I have other things to work on, but I really wanted to start with this one this week. Here's my email, little fun talking points, and I need to fix the formatting. Okay, fixing the formatting and pressing send so I have it and can work on it. All right, all of that, 10 minutes. Thankfully, this will not take my entire lunchtime or our entire lunchtime. I also want to say welcome and thank you to my new subscribers, all 36 of you the last time I checked. I am glad that you find some value in my live streams, and also that I hope that you find some of these resources helpful in your work life or your everyday life or your job search or business creation life. Um, I found out and put in the shorts that only 14% of the United States so far has used ChatGPT or other open AI. And that means that there is a large group of people who do not know what AI is. There's a large group of people who do not know what AI can do for them or what is coming down the pike, because there are a lot of jobs that are looking to automate a lot of the functions that we are providing right now. So, if we could have a little bit of heads up warning that our jobs are going to change because of ChatGPT and other AI, if we can get ahead of it and possibly find some way to work with it and also find some way to make it work for us, that would be a win win. I found it and I sent it. So, we're ready. It only took 12 minutes. People will get sick of hearing me say this, but it's so true. If I can figure this out, anybody can figure this out. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. I haven't checked the chat. Hi, Mama. I'm sorry I didn't check the chat. Trying to find all this stuff. So this is what I found. I was looking for the instructions for a multi-day event that I need to create a timed agenda for, and I would like to use ChatGPT for that. I have never created a multi-day timed agenda. Usually the agendas that I create are for like between 1 hour and 4 hour meetings, but with ChatGPT, I should be able to do it. I'm going to go back to the window where we have ChatGPT open, and I am going to start the chat. All right, please. I'm going to ask ChatGPT a question first because there are several types of jobs where people need to make agendas or event plan. And so I'm going to ask, what kinds of jobs, what kinds of jobs require the person to make a multi-day event agenda or timeline? I'm an executive assistant right now, but a lot of different kinds of jobs have these kinds of responsibilities. And look what it says. We have several jobs that it's talking about here: an event planner, a conference coordinator, a wedding planner, a project manager, a festival coordinator, a corporate event coordinator, an educational program manager, nonprofit event planner, tour manager, sporting event coordinator, convention manager, or cruise director. And it says these roles require strong organizational skills, attention to detail, time management ability, and effective communication. Creating multi day event agendas or timelines is essential to ensure that all aspects of the event run smoothly and according to plan. So, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to act like I'm going to go with the event planner. Event planner. So, using one of the things that I learned in another day's live stream, I'm going to say act as an event planner. You will use the following topics, talking points to create a timeline slash agenda for a 3-day event. The timeline should include 2 15-minute breaks, morning and evening. That is required by OSHA. We are at all jobs, we are supposed to, for an 8-hour time period, we are supposed to have 2 15-minute breaks. And OSHA is the Office of what? I forget, but it's the federal office that ensures safe work environments. 2 15-minute breaks, morning and evening, and a 1 hour lunch break. The event should start at, we're going to say they start at 8:30. They could start at 9, but I'm not sure. 8:30 a.m. Let's move back up here. It's a 3-day event. Each day should be 8 hours. 8 hours. Okay. And the event should start at 8:30 a.m. And now I'm going to paste in the talking points that I emailed to myself just a moment ago. I had put the note that there is no form for this agenda. All right, skills, okay. Way of work, okay. It's a 24-month pipeline. Execution of alignment of two existing departments. Day 1 or morning of day 2, okay. We also need to build in, I need to add this, a 1.5 hour break for a separate meeting during day 2. I think that's it. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay. My goal is to see what ChatGPT comes up with, and then I'm going to go to, at work, I use Microsoft Office products, so that's Office 365, but that's not a free resource. They have, you pay now. Once upon a time, Microsoft Office was free, but it is no longer. All right. Okay, I gave it not enough information for day 3, but it did give me a 3-day. I also want to note that up here, these talking points are very general. They do not have any specific information for the job that I have right now because, as I mentioned once before, ChatGPT is open, and anything that we feed to it becomes part of its model and therefore can be shared with anyone else. So if someone is using ChatGPT for work tasks, please make sure not to put any proprietary, which means any trade secret information, anything that you don't want competitors to find out about, anything that you wouldn't want uh, to be outside of the bounds of your company. That's why this is very, very general. So ChatGPT gave a breakdown. It says each day is 8 hours long and includes two 15-minute breaks, as well as a 1 hour lunch break. Let me make sure that I'm actually showing the right window. I am. Okay. It says additionally, there is a 1.5 hour break on day 2 for a separate meeting, and the event starts at 8:30 a.m. All right. It shows the break. So for day 1 and an overview and then a morning break, then business strategy and alignment, then it breaks that down. Lunch is at 12:30. Then we go into strategies and financial pipeline, then an afternoon break. Then it talks about a group discussion, wrap up Q&A. All right. And then it says recap day 1, an agenda for day 2, starting at day 2. And it says talking about the executive skills competency assessment. I am going to ask it to make some changes just looking at this. Roll out new marketing framework to stakeholders. Okay, that's the 1.5 hour meeting that I was talking about. Okay. Interactive workshops and group activities, afternoon break, finalizing action steps. Okay. Now what I would like for it to do, like, okay, thank you. This is a good start. Please remove the 1.5 hour time frame in day 2 for the separate meeting. Please also remove the bullets from the timeline. Just provide carriage returns. So carriage return is just when we hit enter and it just goes to the next line. Let's see if it can do that. Look, no bullets. This is great. Fantastic. So, one of the reasons I wanted to do work tasks for live streaming this week is because some of these things, just putting together this timeline and thinking about where meetings should go, how much time they should take, takes up a lot of time, like a lot. I would say in how much time have I used? I don't know. Let's say 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, that includes coming up with the prompt. I just saved myself about between 45 minutes and an hour and a half of work. I'm going to thumbs up and give feedback to ChatGPT. Yay, we like what you did. And I'm copying to the clipboard what it provided to me. Today's stream is going to be super easy. Now I'm going to go back to the document that I provided or that I opened. This program is Open Office Writer. It is part of Open Office. It is an open source version of a word processor. It has a lot of the same characteristics of Microsoft Office, but it's free. Even though he can't hear me in physical form, I want to thank my dad for all of the computer savvy that I have, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't know how to do many of these things and wouldn't have an interest. So I am going to I'm going to overwrite the talking points that I had provided. I'm going to paste what ChatGPT gave me into this pseudo Word document. All right. The next step, and I won't show all of the steps, but the next step is to clean this up so that we can then, let's say our company has a form and is able to use, that we would be able to use for setting this multi-day event up. With that form, we could just take these times and these descriptions and make them more specific to our company, and also make them um, prettier. For instance, where the morning break is, I would put this in italics. I would also take the morning part out. And for the lunch break, I would give that its own space, since that's a full hour break. And of course, we can play with this and make it look the way that we would like, or have it conform to whatever company we work at and whatever their standard form is. I think I'm going to try one other thing and then we'll be done for today. I'm going to go back to the window and actually see if I can open Canva. Canva has a lot of like really cute templates that if your company doesn't already have a template, or this is a an event that you are hosting for yourself or for a new nonprofit organization, you would be able to use Canva and whatever colors you'd like, whatever template you would like, it would work really well and be really pretty. So I'm going to move that right over here. And I use the free version of Canva, of course. There are many benefits to using the pro version of Canva. I just have not gotten around to that yet, and I don't know if I will. But right now, the free version is good for me. And one of the things that I'm going to look for is a template for an agenda. Agenda and template. All right. Let's see what Canva has to show us. For people who are not familiar, Canva is a website that has a lot of graphic design and desktop publishing options that take the place of, say, Microsoft Publisher, Adobe Photoshop. Uh, there are many different Quark Express for people who are way back like me for desktop publishing. This is a way to speed up the process. And here are many, many templates for meeting agendas. You can make it look as cute or as nondescript as you would like. I am going to filter this. I would like to see just the free options. One second. Have a little tickle in my nose, so take care of that. All right. You can also separate out by category if you would like. The only filter that I'm looking for right now is whether this is free or pro, and that's way down at the bottom. We'll go with free. And why not? I'm going to also filter by color. I love blue, so I'm going to filter with a light blue and click apply and see what it gives us. Okay. All right, we have many different kinds of meeting agendas here. Okay, a monthly planner, a daily planner, cute little meeting notes, a class schedule. None of these would be anything that I would use for a corporate situation, but they're cute. They're very cute. I'm going to fix the filter and I just want free. So we'll apply and go back to looking for the free agenda templates. And of course, anybody who just wants to use ChatGPT to get their agenda and doesn't need to see what Canva can do, please feel free to go on with your lunchtime and not worry about it. But if we look at just our standard, very corporate, very boring, but effective meeting agenda, I would choose this one right here. If you want to add a little bit of razzle dazzle to it, but it's not too much, I would look at this one here, or meeting itinerary and it's almost blue. I'm going to click on this one. It says blue and white. Blue and white, simple meeting itinerary document. And it shows the dimensions right here. And then in order for me to add what I need here, I just click customize this template. And I am hopeful that the window moves along with it. Does. That's awesome. And we just have to wait a moment for it to generate. What it does is it brings us to this window here. And all of the elements, that includes the fonts, the backgrounds, the colors, they all get imported. And there are people online who do a fantastic job of walking all of us through using Canva. I have zoomed a little too much. Let's pull it back. All right. This meeting itinerary, it can obviously be changed. Anything you want to change, you just click on the box and it shows the color, it shows the font, it shows the font size. You can change the font color right here. On the side here, it also shows related templates if you want to use something different. And then you can change pretty much every aspect of this document: meeting title, meeting date, start and end times. And here is where the magic would happen. What I had in my open office word processor document for times, I would add here and then add the description. I don't know who the presenters would be, but if I know that, I can add that here as well. And then, for instance, this is a multi-day. If I wanted one page per day, what I can do is go up here and duplicate the page and just click duplicate page. That should add. You see it changed to page 2 of 2. So now there are 2. So here's one for day 1. Here's one for day 2. Okay. And down here, duplicate page. And it says page 2 of 3 because down here, right here, and even though these all look the same, it'll tell you what page. It says page 3 of 3. And what I can do is then move over to my open office document. And I'll do 1. So I'm copying day 1's registration and welcome coffee. It's at 8:30, so I can remember that. I don't need to copy that. And we're going to go back up to page 1 and close this. That's a little distracting. We're at page 1. And here, just for demonstration purposes, okay, we've got 8:30 a.m. for the time, and then the description. I am taking what ChatGPT provided and just pasting it here. Registration and welcome coffee. I would have to add who the presenter is, or if there's no presenter, I can just leave that blank. But that didn't like that, so maybe I won't leave it blank. We'll put TBD for to be determined. Canva does not like being on stream. It's very, very slow. TBD. Now there are too many D's. to be determined. And it's just a matter of cutting and pasting. One of the things, watching someone else's video, one of the things that is very helpful is that Canva Pro, you can just put everything into Excel and then it will put everything into one for you, which is fantastic. That's all I have for today. Just making an agenda and tomorrow's work task. Let me see. I have to look at my handy dandy notes. Ah, okay. Tomorrow is creating a tickler system. If I know anything about how YouTube works and how people's viewing works, my most watched stream from learning beginning prompt engineering has been role playing. It wasn't that kind of role playing. And tomorrow, the tickler system is not that kind of tickler, but very useful for a work task. I want to say that I appreciate every one of you for taking the ride with me during lunchtime today. And I will especially thank my daughter for hanging in there. Thank you, Mama. I wish you all good things and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I am going to actually take what?